Hey, check it out, fam. I have got a Wirewolves recap for you guys here today. It is going to be against WarHunters. Now, originally, we thought that they actually did hunt us, but it seems to be the case that it was just a random spin, and these guys have a new clan, so they were... they had some good players. There were some rumors about who these guys were beforehand, and I'm not really sure what came out of that. But, it was a tough war. As you can see, the triple count was very high on both sides. So definitely worth checking out this YouTube video. Make sure you share it to your friends, guys. You know, we're trying to grow this YouTube. Our goal is 1K. That would just be legendary if we hit 1,000 subscribers. So I would really appreciate it if you guys all just, shared it on your social media platforms or send it out to other chats or subscribed if you have multiple YouTubes. Just give us some love. So first up we have Benji, and Benji is going to be doing just a simple P.E.K.K.A. Bobat on this base. There's a single target Inferno there, which means it's going to be ideal for P.E.K.K.A. Bobat, right? As you go through, basically, the kill squad got a ton of value. Queen had to use her ability to get rid of that single target Inferno. The rest of these troops, it's just overkill. There's a ton of P.E.K.K.A.s left in there, ton of stuff left in that kill squad, and that Queen is actually going to be the finishing touch on top of that multi-target Inferno. Alrighty, and next up we have the one and only Axe. Now, this is kind of a ring base, so we're going to 4 times this one, but funny story while we have this base going, I actually knew Axe about 2 years ago. He was in War Kings when I was in War Kings, and actually I asked him to tutor me basically and tell me how to play and how to attack with Queen Charge Lalo and whatnot, because he was so good, and I just wanted to learn from him because he was so good. And I actually remember exactly what he said to me when I asked him for help, and I was being needy because I was trying to learn. And I remember I was like, bro, just teach me a little bit, whatever. And he's like, bro, I don't have time to teach you the whole game. And I was like, dang, rip. But super good guy. Definitely don't have anything bad against him. He was a phenomenal attacker, still is, one of a kind, honestly. So next up we have Gunnish Skills, and he is going to be doing a Sui Hero Lalo. Now, notice the Sui Hero here. The Sui Hero is going to take out that Giga Tesla and the enemy CC. He's going to use that Poison spell and that Loon to distract while the enemy CC gets taken out. There's only one Lava Pup, and that's going to get, that's just really not going to do anything when it comes down to it. And then he's going to Loon basically the entire 3/4 of the space from the 11 o'clock down to the 6 o'clock, and then straight up just dominate. The only kind of tough thing is that Tesla farm down there with that wizard tower, but honestly, it's really not that big of a problem. And he's got a haste to finish off this raid, and then we're gonna move into the next one. Plenty of cleanup as well. Saves a Loon just for some backside cleanup, because you know how much damage they put out, so it's good to always have an extra Loon if there's a backside building or whatnot. So excellent planning there. Next up we got Doctor, and this is kind of a funky base, a lot of 2-tile moats in here. And he's going to be starting off with actually a Warden Walk with a couple Loons and a Baby Dragon of Funnel on the far hand side, and those Loons actually get through pretty gracefully without any Seeking Air Mines. This Warden Walk is basically secured the funnel here, gonna wall wreck in and move over to that Town Hall Giga Tesla. That wall wrecker is actually just gonna come shy, but that jump spell is just gonna open up all of this core. That jump spell gives access to so much. Great kill squad, but this was a Warden Walk on the start, okay? And then, the Hogs come in at the 3 o'clock, and you know how those Hogs work, man. They just, tear it up. Even with this update, they're still pretty strong, but, they're just extremely fragile here, and, one misplaced healing spell is going to be the end of it. And, it's tough, guys. It's really tough. I think I'm going to start working on some new strats because it's not consistent. It's not what it once was, and, it's just kind of sad because that was my favorite army for a long time, this kill squad hog attack, and it seems like it's gone now. So we'll see. We'll see. There's nothing wrong in experimenting more attacks, right? Yeah, buddy. Next up, we have Spices, And this is actually a pretty common base that we're seeing a lot in wars. So if you guys really want to pay attention to see this raid and how it gets taken down, this is Spices, and he's going to be doing the Sui Hero part, basically taking out that 1 o'clock down to the about 4 or 5 o'clock, and then uses the E-Dragon here. It's going to be a good E-clone right over that Eagle Artillery, which is going to access that enemy CC and the defending Archer Queen with a good freeze there. And then he's going to start the Lalo from about the 3:30, 4 o'clock, and is going to rush that Town Hall Giga Tesla. That E-Dragon still had huge value there. It took out probably 20% of this base, but it was all important structures in the core. So these loons have an easier path to just fly around. Notice the placement of some of those outside loons. They were just extremely good. The placement was great because then, loons were going to stay inside to those multi-target Infernos. If they were to go outside to those defenses, then they would have gone all around that multi-target Inferno and then not had the triple there. So Spices definitely knew what he was doing there on those backside loons to make sure that they were going to stay inside to take out those multi-target Infernos. So next up, we got Tuan Pak. And Tuan Pak is going to be doing an E-Drag. And as soon as you see that name, Tuan, you know it's going to be a good attack. So Tuan is starting off with that E-Drag funnel, and then that king going to go ahead and Sui around. That queen as well is going to Sui. Notice this blimp is making its way all the way into the core there. Freezes that queen so OPB, so these E-Drags just chain value. Again, you're at 43% before he sends in the bulk of his attack. Now, the bulk of this attack is going to be Lalo. Sends in a couple loons simply just to take out that Eagle Artillery, and then one baby dragon for that multi-target Inferno that got left standing. And, from there, plenty of loons to go around. Use that Warden's ability early, because why not use it? He knows it's going to be a triple. He just needs to get rid of that Giga Tesla because it was the last defense remaining. So, great hit by Tuan Pak. And, you can't really say anything bad about that one. Not at all. And yes, sir, next up is, this is another guy's name where I'm going to fail, and I should know it by now because I've been in the same clan as him for a while, but Narinder Sin, and he's going to be starting off with a queen walk into a queen charge. Now he's doing a 9 wall breaker entry, which means we're going to see probably 2 to 3 layer wall breaks in the core here. Uses that king to funnel that queen inside. Then this queen is going to be raged up with those healers, and then the wall breakers get in there. Oh, Lord have mercy, those giant bombs, pain in the butt, but they do end up breaking out those walls. Gets rid of the enemy CC, gets rid of the Eagle Artillery, 1 multi-target Inferno, and the defending Archer Queen before this queen decides to wander out instead of taking that, which actually works out for the better because then she's going to go into that core. Actually a decent plan. I guarantee he didn't plan that because that queen, he wall breaked in to get that queen into that compartment at the 3, but that didn't work out. But this queen's just going to tear it up from the inside. The Stone Slammer and the loons are going to push around, get rid of that, haste into that multi-target Inferno compartment, and then go into the backside of these raids. That cluster bomb there actually did some damage to those loons left alive, but the only difference remaining is that ground targeting cannon. So that's going to be RIP, no re, GG, and Narinder Sin Sai is pulling it away. Next up, we got Predator here, and this is a very, I don't want to say common, but, I've seen bases like this a lot. Kind of that elongated P.E.K.K.A. Bobat base, this is a perfect P.E.K.K.A. Bobat base. Notice all the multi-target Infernos. That's not what he's doing here, but P.E.K.K.A. Bobat would work for this one. Yes, and he's going to be doing that queen charge into the core there. Freezes that queen and the Eagle Artillery and the multi-target Inferno. Jumps into the core there. Just how OP is this to be able to do a queen charge with just a jump? Hopefully I'll get there. He's going to send the Lava Pup and the Stone Slammer in. The Lava Hound and the Stone Slammer in. That Stone Slammer is going to lead the tanking there with the other hounds, and then I mean literally, guys, this is a textbook Lalo. You've got that queen tearing apart the enemy CC, 2-tile moat over to reach, so that's gonna make a very slim I mean finishing touch here when it comes to the back. He's just got plenty of loons left alive. The only last defense to go down is that archer tower. Now all those skeleton traps, get those skeleton traps. That's my favorite part. I don't know if he got them all, but definitely my favorite part of every raid is those skeleton traps biting the bullet, man. I hate those things so much. Alrighty, now we have Hell on Heels. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is Myra, and this is Myra from Parabellum. She is a super nice lady, super good attacker, and excited to see her here. And she is going to start off with that E-clone. Notice how much value she got with that E-clone. Got the, I mean, golly, got a multi-target Inferno, got the defending Archer Queen, and then she is going to mass drag. This is actually a very good idea for an attack. E-clone, mass drag, you know, freezing the multi-target Inferno towers, just because, you know, those drags are not going to, I mean, make it, they'll do damage over time. So as you can see, all those dragons were starting to get low on health anyway, so it was good timing there. The heroes actually came in clutch. They were able to take out that outside air defense, and then, I mean, taking out all the track structures on the backhand side of this raid. So Hell on Heels Myra putting in some good work there. That was incredible. Now we have Darcy Kellis. And this is actually a base that we've seen quite a bit, or maybe not this exact one, but just a couple variations of it. And he actually, Darcy actually has a very good, I mean, the E-Drag was able to detect where those Tesla farm was, so that's a great idea. And then the kill squad is simply going through the core, jump spells into the core, which is going to get that Eagle Artillery, the defending Archer Queen, the enemy CC, and not one, but 2 multi-target Infernos because of how this base was laid out. And then notice that Tesla farm over there, it's still getting taken out by that queen. He's going to send in the bats at the 10 o'clock, and the bats are just going to go for point defense to point defense to point defense. There was no splash targeting defenses there, which is absolutely perfect. Going to swag that freeze over that gold storage or gold collector, because you know how much damage that gold collector could do. It's pretty brutal. I'm glad he freezed that last second. Swag that boy. Yeah, guys, and these are going to be the honorable mentions. Another great war recap by Wirewolves. They keep continuing their personal best win streak here, and this was against WarHunters, and it was actually a fairly close war, so GG's all around, guys. Look at all the 100% here, 26 to 21 triples. Absolutely a phenomenal job, guys. Keep it going. Let's push it on to the next win.